Kia ora and thanks for joining us. Today we're in the south of Spain, somewhere between Malaga and Gibraltar, and we're here for this, the new BMW iX3 Neue Klasse. It is the next generation of BMW and it's phenomenal. Come, let's take a look at this. Now, some of you will remember we were actually at the unveiling of this product in Munich a few months ago, and I couldn't wait to drive it. But certainly when you take a look around this vehicle, it is so advanced that they've skipped a generation to really enhance this vehicle. Everything has gone sort of digital and smooth and just, well, they're calling it monolithic, but I think it's quite simple. I think it's a simple design. So when you look at these grills here, they are digitized now and LED driven, so they light up rather than having the massive grills that they did move towards. And this one happens to be a sort of blacked out version. Also, the lights themselves are very, very horizontal. So when you see them again, it gives a beautiful light at night. Round the front here, all about aerodynamics, so getting the wind in and around this vehicle. And even with this BMW badge, it's now a new BMW badge, really does set the tone for the next generation. Here's something different. Look at this, open up the bonnet here, and for the first time there's a frunk in a BMW. Open it up there's your charging cables, and also all of this plastic. There is a lot of plastic, but it's also all comes from the sea or something like that, so it's reclaimed sustainable as well. So I think it's around about 34% of this vehicle, as far as plastics go, is sustainable or reclaimed, so just phenomenal. Now, right now, BMW are only bringing out one powertrain, which is a massive, monstrous four-wheel drive, massive battery, around about 108 kilowatt hour battery, and dual motor. So combined, it's 345 kilowatts of power and 645 newton meters of torque. This thing is a rocket. Let's talk aerodynamics. Very much about the airflow down the side, around the top, over the top, and down the underneath. So this has a drag coefficient of around about 0.24, which is phenomenal. And then when you look at the rims here, they're massive. These are the 2021s, which is quite beastie. And you'll see the red brake calipers in there. As you start to roll down the side here, you have retractable door handles. Again, helps with the fuel or aerodynamics. And actually that means in turn, from that big massive battery, you get a WLTP of 805 kilometers of range, which is phenomenal. So honestly, when it comes to range anxiety, just actually throw it off that cliff over there. Round the top here, lovely roofline spoiler. These lights again are very vertical, and a nice BMW badge. This is the Pro, so it's got this rear bottom diffuser here that's in a black. So one of the other specs actually has this as a sort of body color. And then when you open up to go inside the boot, plenty of room. Look at that, it's monstrous. But the big thing is, I wanted to take this for a drive. You want to go for a drive with me, so let's go and do that now. Look, there's a lot of information to go through and a lot of technical stuff thrown at you. So you've got the Panavision or Panoramic Vision across the front here with so much stuff on there. You've got the head-up display, you've got the infotainment system, and then you've also got a steering wheel that's loaded with the stuff. So it could be very, very quite scary for many people to start off with, because like I said, there is a lot, but oddly it really feels quite intuitive on everything. So sitting in the car, it's ready to go straight away. So there's no on-off button, which is I like, and sometimes it does scare me, especially walking away. I don't know if it's switched off. The central or engaging drive is just a simple pull back and away you go. There is a lot of power in this vehicle, so 345 kilowatts of power, 645 newton meters of torque, so plenty of power underfoot, and it's all-wheel drive. And all electric. Your seat adjustment is now on the door card here, so easy to set up. And there's also, you've got heated, you've got massage as well, which, you know, you'd expect in something of this, I assume, reasonable price range. Driving modes, you've got eco, you've got sport, you've got comfort, you've got individual, and the same thing goes with braking. So you have a mild, medium and strong, and also an adaptive. I've got it in adaptive because then it's very intuitive when it comes to a sort of slow or a junction. What it does, it eases off and sort of stops you doing this nodding stuff for braking, so it just does its own thing. Materials all round, very nice. You've got a lovely mix of recycled materials and also sort of an Alcantara feel. I think it's 34% more sustainable, or using sustainable products, than it has before, and that's great. I mean, that's what this vehicle's all about, to a degree. And the rest of it is, you can just drive it like a normal iX3, or, you know, it's very easy to understand, very easy to drive. The steering wheel itself looks a little bit complicated, but again, it's set up as a normal BMW. So on the left hand side, you've got your adaptive cruise control and sort of some ADAS stuff, and on the right hand side you've got your music, you've got your connectivity areas, so your phone and things like that. And it is touch sensitive, but it also feels, it's got a sort of clicky feel to it when you're moving up and down. So there is a more, although it's haptic, it's kind of a haptic plus, so it feels really nice. The infotainment screen right in front of you, they've moved it very much closer towards the driver. It's swipe down, swipe up, swipe across, very, very easy to use and very understandable. And then you've got this panoramic vision, and I have to say, I wasn't dubious about it, because I would have thought that BMW have got their act together, but there's something about it. It's very easy to understand. You can adapt it to give you the information you want, but it seems in the right place. It's one of those things where you go, why hasn't this been thought of before? Because you've got the stuff for your driving information right in front of you, and then you've got your head-up display behind that as well, and then you've got 6 different spots that you can put in what you like. You can put in your navigation, you can put in your elevation, the time, the temperature. All of this stuff can be just put in all the way across and adapted to whatever you want it to be. And then let's talk about the speed. So 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds, because it's bloody powerful, and that's great for a vehicle this sort of size, and also with this sort of family theme about it. 805 is the claimed WLTP range, so you've got a whopping battery. I think it's 107 kilowatt hours or 108, something like that, but 805 kilometers of range is just phenomenal for an EV. It's got an 800 volt system and a 400 kilowatts charging capabilities. So essentially you can charge, I think it's 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. So not only has it got phenomenal range, but if you're going on a long run, you can just top up as you have your coffee. On the motorway, we're sitting at But it's gone straight to 109 within seconds, obviously. And listen, quiet, silence, very well insulated cabin, which is awesome. It's also telling me information like maintain a safe distance because I'm following another BMW. Steering feel just about right, not too heavy, not too light, feels very nice in the hand. Love it. It's smooth. The acceleration's certainly brutal if you really want to stamp on it, but smooth delivery of power. A little bit of wind noise. I guess that would be expected in a vehicle that slips through the air with a CD of 0.24, something along those lines. Visibility all round, good. A-pillars are quite sizable though. Lovely panoramic roof to go with a panoramic screen or panoramic vision. Seat comfort, as I said, it will massage you. It's hugging you from all angles, so I feel like I can go on a very long drive with this vehicle and not be worried about it at all. There's oodles of space in the back. One of the joys of being a full EV. One of the additional smarts of this Neue Klasse iX3 is on the left hand side for your adaptive cruise and all that sort of stuff. It will deliver the information you need when it's required. So I've just been on the motorway there, one touch, you've got your adaptive cruise control, and it's as simple as that. We're an assisted driving pro. We're doing 120 because the speed limit is 120. We are hands-free. You can see there's a nice green light on, and feet-free as well. So we're just free. I have to say, I'm so looking forward to putting this through its paces at speed because it feels so planted. We did a little stint earlier just on a closed road, and the balance that this has and the precision of the steering, it goes where you point it, and that is a good thing, a very good thing. Faults, can I find any faults? I think the seatbelt could be or should be adjustable in height. It does cut into my neck a little bit. I would prefer it to have dropped down a little bit, but again, you can adjust your seat to not worry at all about that. What else can I find? Honestly, I'm struggling to find any fault with this vehicle right now. Not bad for this next generation iX3 or a vehicle that skipped a generation. That's how advanced it is. 4 super brains working on delivering you this technical information, and it really does throw it all at you so well. Sound system is strong and loud when it needs to be. It's obviously very connected, so I've got Spotify on here, and you've got all your apps. I mean, your app drawer is massive. You drop down on the screen, swipe down for your car status, your journey information, your language, your head-up display, that sort of simple stuff. You've got your panoramic vision display, which again pops up. You can then configure, which is a case of drag and drop into giving you the information you want. Look, for a vehicle that's so advanced, working with my brain that struggles with change and new stuff, I love the fact that it just seems to work and doesn't take a big amount of grey matter to do anything actually. I'm also told that it learns along with you, which I kind of like that if you own this vehicle. As of, if you get in and always put it into sport mode, which, you know, you're probably going to want to, it will, after I don't know, 8-10 times or something, automatically add that to your driving profile. So it will then assume that you always want to go into sport mode, which, I don't know, who wouldn't? The ADAS systems are there to help, oddly, and they seem to. They're not, it's not complaining. I am speeding, allegedly, and it's not going and telling me off or beeping loudly or violently. It's also not throwing me around in the lanes. It's letting me know if I'm going too close to the line, but not throwing me back at, or putting me or my passengers in any peril. That's my job. Overall, what can I say? Good job, BMW. Neue Klasse, iX3, top marks, top marks. I was definitely looking forward to driving this vehicle, and it hasn't disappointed one bit. We're going to be testing its handling skills, its braking skills, its slalom skills, and also I think we're going to do an emergency brake and also turn under emergency braking. So this should be really exciting. I'm looking forward to this. First time at this track, and yeah, this is something else. I think, as I said to these guys, this is the gift that keeps giving. It's so good. Love it. We're getting near the edge of its capacity. It's fabulous.
Okay, we're back at the slalom. If you want to, you can try to enter 65.
'65, '74.
Smoothly dancing through the pylons, very good, but unfortunately Uwe is going to sleep thirsty tonight.
Ah, this car, it just keeps giving.
Okay, first car is ready to go.
62, 78, 84. Oh, so easy, it pulls up so well.
Second car ready to go. So, unfortunately, all good things come to an end. We're entering the pit lane again.
That was awesome. All of it, so good. Let's see how this Neue Klasse iX3 deals with some twisty roads, some windy roads. Actually some relatively potholed roads as well, which is interesting. Okay, so some rolling corners. It's got adaptive braking, as I say, or adaptive regen braking, so all I'm concentrating on is just the accelerator and ease off. It's doing its own form of braking, topping up that battery, and I can just concentrate on keeping this car on the right side of the road, which is actually the right side of the road. We're following an X3, and they seem to be heavy on their brakes, whereas I actually don't have to at all. Its turn-in is good, solid, actually incredibly good. Pickup is fast. Pickup is very fast. I love it. Relatively sharp right-hander. Wow. It's so beautifully poised and together. I love it. It can make your stomach churn if you need to. It's actually pointing up. So the head-up display, which obviously comes into its own as well, adds an extra dimension of what's going on in front. So it says 150 meters that there's a sharp right, and it's got, and this is without me plugging in where we're going, so it's just reading the road and informing me of what's coming up and actually adjusting itself accordingly, so I can just enjoy the drive, and I really am enjoying the drive. So there you have it, the all-new BMW iX3 Neue Klasse. Not only is it a new class of vehicle, but it really is the next step or the next era for the brand. It's a phenomenal EV that goes all the distance that you need it to do and actually just drives so well. And speaking of driving, I just want to do more of it. So thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully back in New Zealand with this.